Hello there. Good morning. Welcome to today's Daily Dominion, which is based at Kingdom plus Adventures. The witch immediately has to jump out at you. There's no curse trashing to speak of, no estate trashing. There's only pauper trashing in Bonfire and in Moneylender, which means curses can be pretty painful, and there's not necessarily a way to use the curse or the estates in some way. So while there's a lot of draw here and some payload and action and trashing and stuff, it's going to be pretty difficult to successfully build an engine, I think, against the cursing. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it doesn't look like probably the best thing to me. There are some kind of interesting considerations in the opening here, I think. Well, one interesting consideration. On your $4 hand, if you don't have 5-2 on your $4 hand, you really got to borrow, which gets you an extra buck and get the witch. I think the question is whether or not you take silver here if you bonfire. So if you bonfire, you increase your odds of playing your witch sooner. Though you ultimately, maybe suffer a little bit in money. There's some nightmare draws, right? I think I'm going to bonfire. I'm going to try it. It's not something I would necessarily always do in the opening here, but if we draw the witch, pretty good. So now the question is whether you go for the second witch, given the fact that you've already bonfired. Because you have to borrow for it. There are 2 estates down in here. If you don't draw a witch, you're guaranteed to find if you don't draw a witch, you're guaranteed to just have to, though you could borrow then. I guess the question is whether we really want the second terminal. You could get a Lost City or something. I guess we could try to do a little bit of engine-y stuff. I just said I talked so much about not doing it. Now I'm thinking about it. I mean, if you're doing okay on the curses, it really does depend a little bit on how you're doing on the curses. I could bonfire again. We gotta buy money at some point, but could messenger villages. I don't think I want to do that. This is kind of the actual branching point here for some of the directions we could go. This is maybe crazy. Now we have to buy silver. We are playing the witch a lot, which is cool. I'm all about that. And they bought a second witch. Really don't get anything exciting until you reach a point where you have. Okay, they get a third witch. Don't buy anything here. Doing good on the curses. We know the village is down here. Let's just try and win this curse split massive. We didn't find the silver, which is kind of unfortunate. But we did win the curse split at least 7-3. Okay, exactly 7-3. And now we're in a better position to think about doing some of this engine stuff. Or we can just buy money. I mean, we could just buy silver here and buy gold when we have it and go that way. We just have 6 stop cards. Yeah. We either need to borrow and just buy a 5. Either Wine Merchant, a Mine, or a Lost City. Or we need to just buy the silvers and go. I'm trying to think if we can make it on the engine. We're not far from having something that works there. I wonder if the mine makes sense. We'd have 3 coppers still to get better. The silver is still here. It's just not a lot of money when you play it. I mean, we also could have bought a ranger. Wouldn't have been crazy either. I do feel like we kind of need to get some of the economy. This last card is, I guess, just a witch, rather. Okay, we're still not drawing huge. They do get to gold. I guess that's the fear, right? Is that they get running. Let's just buy a Wine Merchant. We'll keep one on the mat and then hopefully we'll discard it here soon. Okay, they're buying duchies, which will not help them. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and get a Lost City. Discard these. Now, I don't think there's going to be a 3 pile. The messengering of the estates is pretty funny. These draws are not great. These draws are actually horrific. These are as bad as I could get here. I don't know. This was actually going totally fine, and then the draws were actually as bad as possible. So we'll see if they get enough junk into our deck via messenger to stop us. And otherwise, we'll buy a province at some point and be pretty happy. We'll have to buy a couple, I guess. This would be a really funny way to lose. It's not so far. They borrow there completely uselessly. We just never got the wine or the Lost Cities, I guess. Okay, this would be pretty good. Well, we gotta take one now. We got a lot of points to make up here, so we don't have a lot of time to do it in. If we don't find a ranger in here, we'll have a rough time. Okay. We can't take the duchy. We didn't hit 7, so that's bad. And we made those miss the shuffle, so that's also very bad. Oh, we're gonna lose. How did we mess up so badly? This is an embarrassment. We'll be able to replay this and really explore what exactly we did that was so horrific, but the problem is if they hit 5, then they duchy, and then I need 2 provinces. And I'm not going to get it right. I don't have draw in here, or I don't have enough draw in here, most likely. But we can't take the duchy, because that, we really needed to hit 7 off this reshuffle here, so that we could at least borrow and buy a province. Now, it still would have been pretty tough, but yeah, we're just gonna lose. Because the messengers just give too much money. They probably still borrow because they're stupid. Yeah, that's the worst part, is we're still gonna lose to something that borrows after it has the money to buy whatever it needs. This doesn't hit 6, or it doesn't hit anything. That's bad. I thought we had enough control we could make it work, but we did not in the end. We're going to miss it by like a turn. Well, okay, more than a turn. That is embarrassing. Let's see. Let's go way back to, I guess, the wine merchant buy. Wherever that was. Is this the first one? We had some bad draws in here. So this is the point where we can say, let's just buy silvers and golds. And we'll see whether or not that goes pretty smoothly or not. This is not a great draw itself. So none of this is looking like super persuasive either, but we'll borrow for golds when we have 5. But did they send village? Okay. We had some bottom decking here, the gold bottom decked, and this is way more money than we actually want, but now the AI is buying a bunch of action stuff, which is weird. Because, like, this is just completely different from how they played the other time. But whatever, I guess. This is like remarkably different from how the AI played the other time. Like, this is so weird. This is what I hate about playing Hardhate, or I say what I hate. This is one of the things I hate, is that the path that the AI takes is so chaotic that you just don't have a, I guess the thing is that comparing to other people plays, there's just no information because the play is so wildly different. Like here they're buying golds. I mean, this is not going to work for them either, but they're buying Harbinger. Like it's just, and the other time they rushed the green, you know. And there's not really that much difference. They're able to buy some. Of course, they borrow and do all this nonsense. I guess they got a bonfire out of it, but so this was much simpler. It still didn't run all that well, to be honest. The path to getting goals was pretty slow, which maybe that's to be expected given that I had some curses and had trashed the coppers, but certainly this worked out here against this particular way of the AI playing. I mean, I don't think the AI getting duchies would have changed it too much. These are long games regardless. I do think there's got to be a path that I should have just tried to remember what turn that was. Guess it was this one. No. I bought a silver. Is it this one? Yes. Maybe. No. It's right after the here it is. Okay, so what are a few of the other angles I thought about Messenger Village? I don't know if that's gonna help or not. We draw this is not running. I'll take a second silver. And this is all. I'll try it. I can try it, but it doesn't look any better. Unless they don't do the duchy stuff, in which case I guess then it maybe works out better for me. We are getting pretty good messenger draws, I will say. I did get to a province. Well, this one isn't so good, but I'm convinced you can do an engine. We're gonna make it happen. Now they're buying a ranger, just like I hate. The ranger's really bad for them. I mean, it'll help me win, but it's still an it just feels like you're not playing a consistent level of difficulty. Oh, look, a province. That's pretty good. Hopefully we can find one ranger. Well, I guess we go ahead and play both. They're giving out the estates again. It's a regular JSH over here. Now they go to the duchies. Where's the other ranger? Stupid game. So stupid. Yeah, well, yeah, no wait. Should have done it earlier, I guess. So our last card is ranger here. It's awful. Borrow. It's actually that's the most mortifying part, is that we lose to the deck that does that. I'm gonna not play this other ranger here. Guess we put in discard. I don't know. This is what I had in mind for the other time. Obviously, can't control this, or you can't guarantee that. This was the idea for the deck. So I don't know if this actually, I think our draws went a little nicer in whatever order I did this time. Though also the AI hasn't been spending as much time lowering as they did in the other time. And all of those factors make a difference. Can they get 9 in 2 buys? Is that possible? If I take 2 estates here, I may just whiff anyway. Maybe they can get 9 in 2 buys. No, they didn't quite get there. That would have been pretty fun. Oh yeah, borrow. Where are the Rangers? I'm gonna. Excuse me. Okay. Well, I was a little faster than the gold thing. Oh boy. Well, this is depressing. After I won this split 7-3. Just some poor play for sure. I don't claim that there weren't mistakes made. But we had kind of abysmal draws also in the whatever order I built in the original way. But definitely some deck issues. This one I built a little better draw first, I guess. I don't know. There's also just a huge difference in the timing of the pressure of the points versus the piles going out based on how the AI played. I don't know what to say. I messed it up, but it was weird. So anyway, thanks for watching. It was actually, well, it's a pretty miserable board, but it's okay. There's some stuff to do maybe. If you split the curses 5-5 or something, you just have to do money. I'm pretty sure. Maybe you can still build, but you would be, I don't know. It's tough. So, okay, that's all I have. And thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.